What's up, Raspbernites? Welcome to the State of the Cincinnati Bengals Address, Week 2, 2010. Today, on the Razman's Reality. How about that, huh? Actually able to film on Sunday. I'm all decked out in my gear. And as you can tell, my demeanor is far, far better than it was in the last edition. But we'll break down the game here in one quick sec. I have to first apologize to all of you for there being back-to-back versions of these. When you do a weekly series on your channel, you clearly don't intend for that to be the case with it being back-to-back because they're a week apart. What happened with me this week? Well, you can thank allergies. My allergies have kicked in. This is my worst time of year. Always has been. So I've just felt like absolute crap this week, and I'm the type of person that I don't turn on the camera and film unless I'm alright for all of you. So things should get back to normal this coming week. Now, as I said, much better demeanor because Who Dey? They ain't gonna beat them Bengals. It ain't the Ravens. Final score in this one, 15-10. Mike Nugent with 5 field goals that led the Bengals to victory. Now, because you won by all field goals, of course, there is some negative things to talk about, but I'm not going to start with the negative. I got to start with the positive because what a difference a week makes. Because the Bengal defense was all over the field in this game. They had so many blitz packages and zone packages and nickel packages, basically every possible package they could throw at Joe Flacco and the Ravens. That's exactly what they did. Joe Flacco looked like a confused pee-wee football player, like he was still a kid playing this game. He just did not look at all like the Joe Flacco everyone was predicting him to be this year with all the weapons he has in Anquan Bolden, TJ Houshmandzadeh, Derek Mason, Ray Rice, etc., etc., etc. And the biggest thing for the Bengals from a defensive standpoint in this game was the ability to create turnovers. Interceptions in order from Adam Jones, Brandon Johnson, and Chinonam Nzechukwu. So it was an absolutely fantastic defensive game. The Bengals showing why they were the number 4 overall defense in the league last year. So a big, big win against our AFC North rivals. A lot of people picked the Ravens to win the AFC North this year before Houshmandzadeh came on, and particularly after Houshmandzadeh came on, people jumped all over the Ravens bandwagon, and the Bengals today showed, hey, we're still the reigning AFC North champions. There's a reason we went undefeated in this division last year. You never count our defense out. Yeah, we let our guard down big time last week. We look like pee-wee football players ourselves on defense last week, but you know what? We learned from our mistakes. Huge, huge statement by this Bengal defense today. Now, like I said, because it was 5 field goals that made the difference, there is some negative to talk about. No touchdowns. The Bengals just were not able to make that final push in the red zone. And all game long, Carson Palmer looked just off. I don't know if it was the equally good Ravens defense and their ability to disguise their coverage and what they're doing from a defensive game plan standpoint, or if it was just lack of timing with his receivers, or both. But he missed some wide open throws to T.O., to Chad, and others all game long. The offensive star of the game, though, by far, was the rookie wide receiver out of Texas, Jordan Shipley. I told you all how much I like this guy already, and he showed why today. Just was always open whenever Carson tried to find him. But like I said, Carson just was rattled in this game, missed some wide open throws. You have to be able to hit receivers when they're wide open in the end zone. You cannot hope to win a football game, not just against a great defensive team like the Baltimore Ravens, but against any opponent in the National Football League. You cannot hope to be victorious if you cannot score touchdowns. So I can sit here and glow about the win, and obviously I'm thrilled by it because the Bengals needed it more than they've ever needed any win, arguably, in the last few years after the way they got their butts kicked by New England last week. But there's a lot to work on. It's not just Carson and his timing being off, not being able to make throws when guys are wide open in the end zone, but penalties. Penalties killed the Bengals in this game. It set them up in a lot of third down and long situations that they didn't have to be in. So the coaching staff still with a lot of work to do. But big ups to Mike Zimmer and that defensive group for the rebound. Mike Nugent proving what I said last week, going to be a great asset to the Bengals. Again, 15-10 the final. Who Dey? This has been reality according to the Razman. And Razman style is not just a catchphrase, but a way of life.